Okay, wait a second here. Let me knock this down. I'm on. Yep, I'm on. I'm on Toshiba number 1. Good afternoon, folks. Good evening if you're listening from the European time zones. This is the Old Time Radio Show, and I have a couple of I got 8 Burns and Allen, which I will play at the end. But I want to play this one Gene Shepard first, because to be able to understand, well, what's going on now, it helps to look back into the past. And I don't know why that show isn't showing up. This sucks. Burns and Allen showed up. The other one didn't show up. What's going on here? That did not show up. This sucks. I know I put that in there. Oh, folks, we're having problems already. What is going on here? Unless I played this one before and don't remember doing it. Maybe I can find it this way. Sorry, we haven't found anything. Oh, suck my left toe. What is going on here? It is still processing. Okay, so basically, I mean, the one I want to play now doesn't come up yet. It's still processing. This is stupid. Well, I have no choice. I'm going to have to, looks like, yank this Burns and Allen one up first, even though I didn't want to. Okay, here we go. Now I can edit. This is crazy. Spreaker does some crazy stuff sometimes. Great system. Folks, you got to make a choice between Spreaker or TalkShoe. Go here. This is the better system, believe me, but it does do crazy things at times. And like I said, to understand the present and the future, we have to look into the past. And, we're looking at even though I'm not finding a family that's looks like they may be making their way back into the White House. It looks like the Clintons Clinton may be coming back into the White House in the future. But anyway, there was good and bad about that. One really bad thing I can think in particular that was mentioned earlier, and it wasn't related to internal things, but anyway. But it seems, guys are doing girl things and girls are doing guy things now. And to understand why that's happened, you have to look back into the 1960s. And Gene Shepard, at that time, much to his credit, saw what was going on and reported what was going on at that time. So here we go. And I'm going to play Burns and Allen last. So here we go, the role reversal, which started in the early 1960s with Gene Shepard on the Old Time Radio Show. See where we're at now by listening to the past.
town into the first turn. And Bird, by God, is coming up third. They're moving up fast into the far turn. And they're off and running. Up and running. Oh, they're off and running. Give me, please, before you do that, please, you've got 45 minutes to reset that. Before you do that, I want some sweet, beautiful, how fantastically in love I am with myself music. Now, once again, this is Mr. Chucky reporting with a brief note from the world of narcissism. Oh, this is so lovely. Oh, I love the ballet. I should have been a dancer. Inside me there is a light nymph flying ever and ever on gauzy diaphanous wings. And now we have in tonight's milestone in the world narcissism, we have this lovely note which comes from a shampoo advertiser in this week's ad of the week. It shows a lovely girl with the most delightful coiffure. It reminds me of the sort of thing that Dickie does. And it reads underneath it, she's looking out at us with the most devilish little look in her eyes. She says, "Now I don't need the moon or stars or anything, 'cause the best thing in life is me." Oh, my dear, you're saying it for all of us. And this has been Mr. Chucky reporting with our weekly minute fingernail pink capsule on things around the town. It's very exciting, isn't it? Get all started like that. Let's see. I don't need the moon or stars or anything. Don't put that away. I think we'll use that a little later there. Don't need the moon or stars or anything, because the best thing in life is me. Me. Wonderful me, by George. Oh, isn't it great? Here. Hi, George. Best thing in life is me. While we're on the subject of was that an angry call from the transmitter there? Having a little trouble out there in master control, keeping me in a pure trapezoidal pattern. Is there anybody out there throws a scope on us here? Hey, for any of you rotten guys that record our show all the time and send it all over the country, hi, George. I'm going to start charging you percentages and everything, a whole bit. Yeah, I should really. You know, it's a funny thing. I keep getting letters from guys in Cleveland and in Fort Worth, Texas, and Lancaster, England, all kinds of places saying, "My friend sends me tapes of your program all the time, and we here at the cheapy radio station play them." Oh, if after ever found out about you guys. All right, the best things in life are me. You just stick around. You keep that right up there, because we are going to use that. We have just started. Do you know, Tony, that things are moving ahead very, very strongly, and I'm glad to watch that. It's going to be that next, so just hold it there. Things are moving ahead on all fronts. And for those of you who are interested in the Things Are Moving Ahead on All Fronts department, tonight we report that in Fort Lauderdale there is a new organization known as the Conservative Non-Communist Bookstore.
But you can't get lovin' when there ain't any love.
Oh, you can't get lovin' when there ain't any love. Yes, sir. Well, we salute the Conservative Non-Communist Bookstore. That's a movement ever upward, ever onward. Yes, sir. Well, of course, it's very good. It fits right in there, and that's a good guy. You want to hear that guy again? 1, 2, 3.
You can get water where there ain't any well. You can hear rain where there ain't any well. You can get peace bushes where there ain't any trees, and you can get honey where there ain't any
You can get honey when there ain't no
You can
bees.
get heartache where there ain't any pain.
You can get money when there ain't no pain.
Sunshine always after the rain.
But
you can often find heaven without going above. But you can't
get loving when there ain't any love. Yes, indeed. Hey, George. I notice, for those of you who are interested in, keep that up there, we might need that. In the Ever Upward and Onward department, I noticed that the credits on the Dr. Kildare show with Raymond Massey there, at the end it says Dr. Leonard Gillespie, M.D., comma, F.A.C.P., comma. What is it with Gillespie? Is he gone back to school and got himself... I remember when old Dr. Gillespie he's a specialist now, you know, of course, F.A.C.P., and no, it has nothing to do with public accountants. It's nothing to do with a protest group. It's something else. This is FACP, has to do with the College of Pediatricians. And I'm sorry about that, because I can remember old Dr. Gillespie, when he was played by Lionel Barrymore, saying things like this. Kildare, don't tell me you've been listening to the specialist. Let me tell you, Kildare, the most difficult of all specialties is the general practitioner. That's the most difficult of all specialties, because you're dealing with mankind instead of a liver. Specialist, bah, humbug. The old son of a gun has gone back to school, got himself on a couple of extra degrees, and now he charges 4 times more what he used to charge. And what is he, a pediatrician, a baby doctor? Naturally, that touches him out in Cleveland, I'll tell you that. Oh, boy. Somehow I just can't see Raymond Massey as a pediatrician. For those of you who are interested in the medical world, I wonder how many of you know what Dr. Fu Manchu took his degree in. Seriously. And where did he go to school? I will provide you with the brass figurine with bronze oak leaf palm if you are conversant with that sort of information, which I'm sure many of you aren't. What? Oxford? No. No. It might surprise you that, it might surprise you it was a much lesser-known institution. And what he took his degree in would really surprise you. And don't come up and start saying inhumanities. Come on, we're way ahead of you. The world is full of a number of slobs. And all of them are listeners. While we're on the subject of that, let's get on that subject. You know, it is quite true, though, that sweeping this country, if anything can sweep it, is the... what is best for me is best for the whole world business. That ad so beautifully typifies it. I don't need the star. I don't need the moon. I don't need the sun. I don't need anything, 'cause the best thing in life is... M-E. You just guessed it. And the chick, of course, is looking over the shoulder of some poor, unsuspecting man who is kissing her arm. Oh, poor guy. That isn't the typical male position today in this world. Isn't it, though? Did you see I was amazed. I was looking at one of the TV shows on the weekend, and boy, if a psychologist could have a field day, really, with many of these shows. You know that on this show, believe me, on a nationwide television show, because there's a lot of overtones. I know there are tones going on. On this nationwide TV show, a man sang the song, "It's so nice to have a man around the house. It's so nice to have a man around the house. They come in so handy at night and so dandy." I thought, oh my God. Believe me, I haven't seen that done until I'll never forget the She review one time that inadvertently I was bilked into going to see 5 minutes before it was raided by the feds. They came down there and squirted them with flamethrowers, and the last act I remember was a guy singing, "It's so nice to have a man around." Well, this was